What's up, everybody? Reggie from the Front Row Report. We are in Indianapolis in the bitter, bitter cold, but we're inside. We're at the 8 Second Saloon. I got Rick from Adelitas Way. How's it going, man?
Feels good. Feels good. It's
Awesome.
cold outside, certainly.
Yeah, gotta love December in the Midwest, man. You guys are out on the road. You're with Scott Stapp right now. You guys are wrapping up the tour cycle for Getaway. Man, just looking back on this last year, the record came out back in February. Supporting this record and touring behind this record, how is this year compared to previous records and previous tour cycles for you?
It's been a little harder for us because we pretty much told everybody in the business to fuck off, I think, on a corporate side, which is good and bad, I guess. We've been punished, I believe, by a little bit of the industry. But for us, those little punishments don't really matter. We've seen a massive success on this record. We've toured it nonstop. We own everything on it. We've had help from friends along the way. I've had some great allies my entire career in this business. But we've definitely felt a little bit of, because we went out on our own, we were punished a little bit by the powers that be from the corporate side of things, less festivals. With that said, we sold 20,000 records and a lot of singles, and we own our own stuff, so it changed the game for us.
Yeah, and you guys have had the success with this record. And one thing I wanted to ask is the one tool that's really good for bands, especially with you guys, would be like Sirius XM and Octane.
Octane gives us so much love. I think they're a big catalyst for breaking new artists and breaking new acts and breaking any act. To have them on our side is just a great, it feels great, and it's just the start of things. It ignites everything else that you got to get going. And look, we've been blessed. Bad Reputation was a big hit on Octane. Yeah. It was a big hit on the radio. Now we got Ready for War, getting a lot of love on Octane, and our whole career Octane's been there for us, and we hope it continues.
Speaking of something that's really somebody that's really been there for you and helped you guys out, WWE.
They've been great to us. Yes. We're the new theme song for TLC coming up on the 5th, right? Sunday. It's Sunday. Ready for War is the theme song for it. It's an honor. WWE always treated us good our whole career, and we're happy to be back doing work with them.
They were there at the very beginning too with Invincible, was it? I think
First song ever, man. They jumped on us, so a lot of love there. Feels good.
Yes, and what better song for WWE than Prepare for War, Pray for Peace? I mean,
it fits great. I think also Marvel, man, comic books. Could be great with superheroes. So let's see what happens. We're committed to the song, and we're out here touring it hard.
Yeah, it's doing extremely well right now.
It's doing well.
Are you a wrestling fan yourself?
Yeah, I like wrestling.
Okay. Growing up, who was your guy growing up?
I always loved Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then I loved The Ultimate Warrior.
Okay.
I loved The Undertaker. I loved Bret Hart. Bret the Hitman Hart was one of my favorite guys. I loved wrestling as a kid. I used to watch it I used to watch Monday Night Raw all the time and the pay-per-views. It was cool.
I was a big WCW kid.
I liked them all.
Then when that went downhill, I switched over. I got bored, and I found the glory of the WWE.
I watched them both, man. I watched them both. I would flip back and forth sometimes between WCW and WWE.
Yeah, man. So this tour right now, you got Manifest out on the road right now. Citizen Zero's out, and obviously Scott Stapp. You guys toured with Creed back in the day a couple of years ago when they made their comeback, I think, was it?
Yep.
So touring with Creed back then and touring with Scott now, how has this tour been for you guys, getting back on the road with him?
Scott's always been so nice to us. That when we still have the opportunity to go out with someone who's accomplished so much in this business and is just a true talent in the game, of course, we wanted to do it. And he's always been just so nice to us, and Scott does a great job every night. It's awesome being out here, and the crowd's been great. It feels good.
Now, you mentioned earlier that you haven't had as many festivals right now as you have in the past, but about 2 months ago, it's hard to believe 2 months ago, Louder Than Life down in Louisville.
That was great.
You opened up day 2, I believe?
Yep.
Day 2. So when you don't have as many festivals, and then you get a festival, especially like Louder Than Life, do you put more into a festival like that?
We like to play all the time. We play hard always, man. I play hard like that every night. I'm gonna play hard like that tonight. I don't really think about how many festivals we haven't been on. We've been on so many great ones that I feel blessed. I'm glad we were on them at all. I'd like to be on more recently, obviously. I'd like to continue momentum and be a part of the team. We've accomplished a lot. We're obviously in this scene. We're obviously a major factor in this scene. So show us that respect. But we've been on so many festivals that I'm blessed we were on the ones we are. So It's nothing to complain about. It's just disappointing because I believe we belong out there.
especially with the single as strong as Prepare for War.
Yeah.
As strong as Getaway was with the record.
Totally.
But the single right now, obviously, is coming on the record coming up next
Yep.
year. But with everything going on socially and globally right now, was that something that you guys had in mind when you sat down to write that record? Did that kind of just coincide?
No, that
naturally?
came out. I was watching TV. I saw Beyonce do this whole dance uproar, kind of disrespecting our police officers, and I thought to myself, well, who's speaking for the cops? Who's speaking for the military? Who's speaking for all these people? These guys are out there just constantly preparing to save this country and keep this country safe. I wrote Ready for War, Pray for Peace to go in the mindset of those guys who are waking up every day and preparing to keep us safe.
Okay, awesome. There's stuff coming up on the record next year. I assume when you guys get done with this record or this tour, you're going to take some time off. Obviously, enjoy the holidays. Go back home. Maybe is the record done? Finishing up writing, going into the studio when you get done with this run, or what are we looking at?
We got a couple songs done. We got a couple songs recorded. We're going to go record the second half of it in pretty much February, and then we're going to put it out in April.
Okay.
So we just got to finish up the back half of it. I feel like we're 5 songs complete, good, 6, 7 if you go to the ideas, and I'm just tightening up the buttons on it.
Is it tough releasing a record just 1 year after the previous one? Is it easier or harder?
No, it's just the natural flow of things. I've been writing,
Okay.
and I've had songs that I feel like people will love, so I'm going to put them out.
Awesome. Can't wait for that. This will be my 3rd, 4th, 5th time seeing you guys. Super excited. And obviously the new song right now, Prepare for War. I think I listened to that thing like 10 times at work today. I killed that thing. They loved it too. But I can't wait to hear the new music, man. Very excited about it. Looking forward to the show tonight, man. Thank you so much for taking time to speak with me,
thank you, brother.
man.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for supporting rock and roll, man, and doing what you do, getting out here and having a good attitude and bringing positive vibes to the genre, man.
Absolutely.
Keep loving music, and for everybody out there, you stream our shit, man. Stream it, Spotify, Apple Music. Stream it all day, every day.
Awesome, man. Absolutely. Go pick up the new record when it's out in April. Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Hey, I appreciate it, bro.